When last we left you, you were in the pits of hell.
No. Okay. In actuality, last we left, you finished dealing with the last bit of the drow survivors or the two that you found, interrogated them for what they were worth. One, going by the name, I should have really had my notes open. Good job, Greg.
All right. One being calling himself a Relfin. You will offer to give him like a letter of recommendation or something for the Firebrand Guild, and he gave a somewhat ominous threat, promise thing. Long story short, he said you'll know his actions, you'll know what happened to him either by his actions or his death. So there's that, and the young and Juke, the other drow, who seemed to be much more indoctrinated into the whole thing, but sort of open with your various diplomacy roles and words, and one particular cat who has a thing for who can feel people's emotions and try to calm those down. At least had him to the point where he can travel with the party, but still dubious. After that, you all traveled. And also finding a note in the main, what seemed to be the leaders, Jack Tiggity. He seemed to be a somewhat important individual of one of the drow houses. Which one specifically? It was the Foma house, but you have not had to run into such individuals, luckily. And it seemed to have a decoded message. One that you all found to be heavily encrypted. And found to be, at least, just leave it alone for the time being. After that, you all continued on your journey to, I've made these cities too complicated names. Ugh. Rule number one, make sense. Balforum, that's what it was. Heading to Balforum, you made to the independent city of Mavas, and have currently just been stocking up there and selling off your wares, and in Kalesh's case, getting drinks. For everybody.
And spiking Kyome is very well.
Yes.
And
Not that she can prove
that's
a thing.
and that's where we shall continue. So yes, you have. Oh yeah, and of note for Kalesh, you did notice actual ruinous legionnaires within the city, in full regalia. And there's a talk of a diplomat with them talking to Mavas. Other than that, you are free to do as you wish. What would you all like to do? It is about afternoon. The weather is quite pleasant.
I remember.
No rain yet.
Did we make a decision on whether we wanted to stay the rest of the day or move on?
I don't think that was specifically stated.
Okay.
Correct. There was no yays or nays about it. Just it was more of initially you want to at least gather sell your stuff, and then after all that, kind of put it to a vote of like, should we stay or should we go?
Alright, well, given the time of day, I'd say go and get some more travel time in, but I'm flexible.
Well, not that it's any of our business, but I recall a diplomat in town. Have any of you heard of any particularly big political deals going on?
Not that I recall.
Well, I'm sure things will go how they will. But if you guys want to keep on traveling, I am certainly okay with that, provided I can finish this drink.
Well, since we have people gunning for us now, I figured sticking around in town and being an obvious target was probably not the best,
Though, with that in mind, being in town does provide more eyes, but considering the kind of people we're talking about,
Those eyes would have to be on our side, and we don't know if they are.
I was more
Well,
thinking that they wouldn't mind cutting any surface dweller in their way.
Exactly.
Yeah. At this point, Juke actually does pipe up a little bit, very quietly in his drow to at least to Len. Actually, no, he doesn't understand you because he doesn't know common. Did I say he knew common? No, he didn't. That's right.
I think the only one that can really understand him at this point is Len.
Yeah, Len and Lynn can only understand. So he's just kind of looking you all, like, and he will ask to ask Len. So what are you all doing?
We're deciding whether we are better off staying the night, resting up in the night in the town, and then heading out in the morning, or whether we're better off hitting the road now. As we are partially concerned about what your compatriots might do, and whether we're putting civilians at risk by staying.
He thinks you see him kind of look down a little bit since you can't really see his facial features. Kind of strokes where his chin would be. Agreed. That is right. To be honest, our group wasn't exactly well informed or well trained enough. This was essentially my initiation. They'll send worse, and a city like this will be child's play. They could. From the way he's talking, and his body language, you're not detecting any lies within him. He seems to be speaking some ounce of truth.
Alright. New guy says we're better off moving out.
Okay.
Moving out, or staying or leaving, it's either way it's going to be dangerous.
Oh yeah, but if we move out, it's dangerous just to us.
Oh my god, you speak Drow?
Oh, sorry?
Yeah, you're good.
I caught a few words. Caught danger. Yeah, that's totally what happened. That's a good drink.
Totally.
His danger sense went off.
He is so drunk he speaks drow now.
That's totally how that works.
No, you actually have to get drunk off drow liquor in order to do that.
Well, also, does that mean if I get Dwarven Ale, I can speak Dwarven?
It's comprehend language,
You can-
but only with the
you-
booze of the race in question.
You can attempt it. You can attempt it. It doesn't mean it's automatically going to work, but if you get the way I feel, if you get one that's like purely dwarven, like made from a dwarf with dwarven ingredients, you may attempt it. I won't guarantee anything. The magic of liquor.
Alright, well, Kiyomi, queue up Rawhide, and let's go.
Oh, did Kiyomi have any of the drink?
Yeah.
He sounds so enthused about it. I guess I'll drink it.
How much are you drinking? Like, are you doing a taste? And that, like, if you're just doing a taste, I can describe it at least.
If we're actually about to leave, it would be a taste and then just drink the whole thing.
Okay, the very first taste, no fortitude needed, because it's only a taste. You taste it, kind of sweltering your tongue a little bit, kind of try to get the taste of it. You're like, oh, it's pleasant at first. It's got a nice little bite to it. Oh gosh, it's got way more bite. Like, wow, this is very bitter.
With the amount of stuff I've been drinking, I don't think that would faze me.
Well, this isn't as bad as, this isn't as bad as Dragon Breath, but after being away from it for about a month or so, it's an initial shock to the system. Like, oh, it's discomforting at least.
Mm-hmm.
Whether that's your thing or not, you don't know. That is up to you. As for the drink, you're fine.
I see. As long as it's not made of tar, apparently I can handle it.
Well, I mean, when it doesn't have the consistency of tar and isn't made by some magical innkeeper, yeah.
One day!
One day you'll be able to drink it and be okay. But until then, Kiyomi will still laugh at you.
Until Kiyome hypothetically passes out from something light and just like, huh, bad day.
Oh boy, let me look at my sheet real quick.
That was the wine. The path we're gonna be taking to Belforum.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any more open paths we could take, like less tall grass, perhaps?
Well, here, let me check my map.
If you mean, when you say less tall grass, you mean actually like populated roads?
No. I mean like I imagine that there are like areas that are grazed by wildlife that keep it trim, type of thing.
Okay, but don't forget, you are in an independent city that actually gets semi-regular trade. There's actually, like, roads to cities, or at least dirt roads.
True, but I figured that we didn't necessarily want to take the main path.
Oh no, I'm just asking which type of, like, what kind of path are you looking at? Are you going off the beaten path? Are you going to straight up pathfind this shit? Or
so far, we've been making better time off-roading it and taking the as the crow flies route versus the way roads tend to meander.
Well, actually, you were heading on the road you did take. The path you did take was road per se. It's just that it was a road that nobody really traveled due to Tanalorn.
Ah, okay. It was like a tertiary route kind of thing. Okay.
Yeah, essentially, though after like several years of it, you kind of like you saw where the path could be, but it's kind of it overgrown in some places. But yeah, but here it's more subtle, more civilized, as it were.
I've been through lakes, deserts, and forests. So I don't mind going parallel or even more than that.
I'm inclined to take the whatever route is the most direct. Ideally, that would be secondary routes to reduce the odds of people getting caught in our crossfire.
Well, I was thinking if we take the main route, that's something that could be easily patrolled or scouted.
Yeah, but the main routes tend to wander a bit more, so they can hit side menus.
Every single little village along the way.
Okay.
That's what I was thinking. Is like we can plot a path on the more direct side routes.
Now, are your maps that detailed? Did you get a good cartographer there?
In theory, we have a good cartographer. We paid enough for it.
Excuse me. For the roads, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, if not, there's enough travelers that come through here. We could probably find some merchant paths that aren't necessarily main tradeways.
We could, but by the time we do, we'll have lost the rest of the day.
It just came from tavern.
Yeah, normally in my experience, the amount of time it takes to talk people up, it'll be evening.
Good, so you could be able to see pretty well.
Yeah. Not all of you are that adept at navigating at night, though.
Yeah, that's better.
Got this nice, mostly straight spoon line here.
Oh, yes, I just remembered. The barkeep at the tavern is interested in your foldable furnishing services.
Figures.
Okay. Yeah. Considering Drow, we travel during the day and does have his notes.
Ren will jot down a note, where he can be reached for requests for such device. It's like, here, you can pass that along to the bartender, and then while we plot this route, and we can go.
Yeah. I'll go off and give the barkeep the note.
Out of character, I thought that was one of the patrons, not the barkeeper, but whatever.
No, it was a barkeep. I remember mentioning foldable tables being nice.
Yeah, you remember something about foldable chairs are nice during bar fights.
On the road again.
On the road again. So yes, the black path that you see before you that I just now jotted down is pretty much what the civilized route would be. However, so by the sound of it, you will be going freestyle.
Well, whatever's the most direct allows us to be the most direct. Yeah.
All right, so you'll kind of, at best, kind of go parallel by the look of it, because you'll kind of just follow the road. You'll sort of follow the road, but do it enough that you can hypothetically throw off would-be assassins, hypothetically.
Which is the idea.
All right.
And we travel
So
at
you-
crazy speed anyway, so that should help, outpace them.
This is true. Unless they have chocobos as well.
Yeah, but do they have to have chocobos and bards that can make those chocobos travel at a fast march.
I was about to say, do drows have bards?
I believe they have some equivalent, yeah.
Yeah, they probably do.
But we have the Song of Marching, or whatever it is she does, so between that and chocobos, we haul ass.
And for Eric, you're fine as well for the drink. As said, it is more bitter and than it is. There's a lot of hops in this. Well, not hops. It's more. Crap! You got a scotch, didn't you? Or whiskey?
Well, for Kiyomi, it was a spiked sake.
Oh yeah, sake. All right.
Sake!
So yeah, this sake is much more bitter than you're used to, at least. Whether that's your thing or not, I don't know. Then yes, okay, so there's that.
I'll give a surreptitiously sly look to Kiyomi as we travel.
Just the entire way, just looking at her. No, I know what you mean.
If you might get that, then he would be creepy. He'd be a creepy, pervy cleric at that point.
You're already straddling that fine line in some cases.
Creepy carnal cleric. Yeah.
That's definitely a fair way to put it.
Alright.
I need to make that a class. I need to make it an archetype.
I'm pretty sure it's an archetype somewhere. Someone's done it, probably. Okay, so I'm looking up a thing.
Pathfinder Vices.
Yeah, so that's probably in the Vices book.
Need to try to think of something good. I just need to check a few things. Yes. Okay, I think I know what to do. I just need to look some stuff up. Okay, so Ooh. All right, yeah, that will do fine. Okay, doing a thing.
Counter table. And the screen shatters as random encounters fill the screen.
Random encounters! But is it truly random?
no.
But is it truly random?
No.
Was it always destined to be before I even rolled the dice?
The Draco Lich follows us. That's exactly what it is.
What was
Calling
that?
out,
Chris?
the Draco Lich followed us.
I will tell you now, no, it did not.
Damn.
The Draco Lich tricks are for kids.
Oh yeah, you. Were you going to ask any information about that? By the way, I forgot you were trying to think of seeing if anyone knew about it, or I don't know if you want to do that here, in the Mavas, or you want to do that in the much larger city that you're going to. Just curious.
I figured that would be more likely in the larger cities that have that kind of resources.
Fair enough. Okay, yeah, just double checking
No,
because I just remember.
in theory, the guild is supposed to be looking into that too.
It will take them a while to get the message though,
Yeah. Well,
because it's only been 3-4 days.
it's not like it's going anywhere.
No, this is true. Okay. Doing this quick.
Somebody forgot to do the game checklist.
Okay, and okay. So moving you all here. You travel for let's see, week, isn't it? $4. You're about kind of going in and out between going with the path sometimes, and then during the night choosing instead in the morning, kind of going off path and going through the underbrush. Can I just get a regular a survival, please, if good, or some kind of navigation?
I'm guessing since Sierra's not here, that'll fall to David, since he said he was a survival guy.
Oh, good. That's not as bad as I.
I would say, did you just fuck it up?
It isn't going to be as bad, especially with the. Okay, yeah, that's fine, especially with the map that you have.
Map, not
You
map.
it's pretty easy to at least to figure out paths, like going in and out, kind of weaving back and forth between going on the road sometimes and not. Going and relatively easy. Since there's a bit more populated areas, you do see it is also more wildlife is not as around, since this seems to be a well enough guarded area.
Okay.
Just doing a few more quick things.
Tristan actually performing alchemy over here.
We're just
Hey.
doing stuff. I'm performing alchemy.
Yes, you are balancing out your components.
Okay. About midday is when you come across this little area.
Okay. Okay. How tall is the how high off the ground is this road and the rise over here?
The rise over here rises to about 20 feet.
Okay.
Like it starts off as like 5 here, and then rapidly increases to 10. And but
Yeah.
Another map I recognize.
doggone it! Oh well.
It's okay.
The highest point.
This one's not plot related. It just happens to be you and I have the same taste in road maps.
Well, to be fair, it's just quick and dirty for me. Highest points would be here at 30. These points drop to about 10, and it seems pretty consistent.
If you're clicking, you're on the GM layer.
Yes, I am. Thank you. Okay, so here, like, they're about 10 feet. Lowest point would be 20 here. 30 is about in here, midway. After that, it kind of droops back down to about 20.
Okay. How tall are the trees in relation?
30 feet, let's go with.
Okay.
Well, the meta in me says be prepared because he wouldn't give us a map if we're not about to get jumped. But
Yeah.
Well, I'm more looking at the trees with the idea of are they good archer points to get us? The above ones, obviously so, but the below ones, if they top out towering above, then those could be used as well.
yeah.
Is this a more open place than we have been recently? Like, is there cause to maybe keep an eye out beyond just keeping an eye out?
From here, it's been what?
Is it
Yeah, you can.
maybe?
Yep, you may make perception.
Hey, go on. My bad.
But going to the first question, for the path, how it has been, it's been relatively straightforward. Though this one is a bit odd in that you're deciding to kind of go off-road a little bit. This was at one of those points you decide to go off-road. But it wasn't too off-road. There was a kind of an older path that no one was taking, or that not as many people seem to have taken, though it's one of the quicker routes you saw. And it seems to get in the more hilly area, like there seems to be, like there could have been a much larger hill at some point, but it seemed to have collapsed, maybe some kind of magic or anything like that. I don't know. Maps. As for perceptions, Kiyomi, perception, please.
My bad.
You're good.
It'll be a 15 because I only have a +2 in perception if I recall.
Oh.
Double check that.
Alright.
Oh wait, I have a +7, so I actually have a flat 20. My bad.
Dirty one.
Okay.
That's my initiative. That is a 2.
No one have quick initiative unless you got quick initiative.
I can never remember what mine is. Okay, that's fine.
I figure it was +5 at least.
7.
Yeah, so at least 5.
Yeah.
Alright. So for the perception, for Kalesh and the Chocobo, Kalesh, you're doing your survival. You're looking at the map, kind of making sure that everything's fine. Like, okay, if we follow that, we should. You're actually making pretty good time, especially with all the marching and all that. You'll probably make it to Balforum tomorrow. By the next day, about evening, if you keep up this pace.
Okay.
And it's currently about, like I said, midday. Get a little past that in the afternoon. Kiyome. You look upon. You're keeping an eye out for everything, seeing the path and all that. As you're looking around, you notice how actually, because you were following some of the older roads. Some of them did have like older tracks and all that, very old, but still it would seem to be well traveled enough to have like indents still in the earth. As soon as you were getting closer to here, for some reason the tracks just disappear.
Detect magic.
You may do so.
It's a cantrip.
Mm-hmm. You detect. You do that. Is that a spell?
I throw detect magic at anything and everything that looks suspicious.
Of course. You do detect. You do detect very faint remainders of. Actually, no, not faint. Very recent magical energies that seem to have messed with the earthwork itself.
And spellcraft check to figure out what spell they used.
Of course.
God damn it, it's those magic squirrels. I still need to find a way to use those.
And
Al pulls out a small.
Yeah.
Al pulls out a small toothpick and stabs you in the shoulder. It's a hair hydra.
Natural 29? So I got 20.
So nat 20?
Yeah, 20 at 29 total.
Nice. You recognize that. Continuing with the detect magic, I can't think of the spell itself. I'm kind of just ranting half-ass at this point. But you're kind of thinking of the nature of it, because since every part of the map, arcane, divine, and druidic, and all of them have their own kind of flavor, you're kind of trying to get a feel of like which one it is to begin with, and this definitely feels more druidic in nature.
Based on what you described, it sounds like a shape or mold earth type thing.
I guess it's nothing then.
Alright. And for anything else you want to do before I move on?
You can move on.
Alright.
I don't see a reason to stop the party.
Okay.
Onwards with the marching.
You stop for a moment like, huh. But you're like, whatever. Okay. As you all are marching, and Len, I'm sorry, every single time. Len, right before you start stepping into here, about here-ish, you kind of look all around and do notice some movement in the top layer. You could have sworn you saw something shimmer.
Oh no, not the shimmer. I haven't seen that movie, but I've heard about it.
And as you are stepping, and since you got a very high perception as well, as you're stepping, since you were trying to fully attune to your sense and all that, you also notice something wrong with your feet. It's like it seems more heavy. Like something's not right. You were stepping on ground, but as soon as you stepped on here, it's wrong.
Okay.
So about here is when you do make all that notes if you wish to move it back or anything like that.
He'll dismount the chocobo and go back and poke it with a stick or something.
Poke the ground with a stick.
That weird spot, yeah.
Wait, are you going back to do that, or?
Yeah, it's like he dismounts the chocobo, picks up a stick off the ground and heads back that way to poke it a few times.
Oh, I apologize. I meant from the description. As soon as you start here, it keeps going.
Okay, well, I'll just dismount and poke it with a stick.
Knowledge. I want to say geography. I don't know what this would be, but give me a basic knowledge check before I go ahead and just roll an d20. I'm trying to figure out what it would. Yeah, nature. Thank you. Yeah, nature.
Well, I have neither ranks in geography or nature, so I will invoke the fire of knowledge to fake it, since you can't normally fake a knowledge skill.
Of course. Well, too bad. Firebrand.
You could also request the assistance of this local bard.
I could, but I've got a crazy high intelligence, which implies he knows stuff, so I figured he should have at least a base idea of what he's, poking before he asks the bard the question to get more specific.
Quickly, Chronicler, we need you.
I.e., get enough information to formulate a reasonable question versus, hey, the ground's weird, what's up?
Yeah, I will stop seeing him poking the
shit?
ground near me.
Say what, David?
There?
Yeah, you do see him kind of doing this, what the fuck? But yeah, just d20 and add intelligence at this point. Plus, or, no, wait, you did the Firebrand thing of, what was it?
Let me take a 10 on just any knowledge.
Okay. Take a 10. What's your intelligence?
I rolled a 15 if I'm taking a 10.
15? Okay, taking 10. You take a moment, kind of jab a stick into this. You all are watching him as he's doing this. He's like, oh yeah, and I forgot Juke. He's actually here, derp. And I'm gonna make him bet.
I'm just waiting for the sand ninjas to pop out.
What's up with you and sand ninjas today, man?
Well, it's either that or rock ninjas. We're not near water, so it can't be water ninjas. And I suppose it could be leaf ninjas, but those are usually the good guys and wear orange tracksuits that make them easy to spot. So.
Fair point.
So unless you hear somebody shouting "Believe it" and drow, I think we're good.
Juke says it. No, he doesn't.
You gotta believe, man. You gotta believe.
Believe it. Come on. Oh my God! He shot Naruto.
I would suggest you kind of sit back here as you're doing it. You're doing it, poking into it. As you're poking into it and doing this 15, you kind of are just looking at everything like, what the hell is this? And Kalesh and Kyome, you all notice it, and then Lynn kind of notices it as well. Lynn's kind of sinking.
You're sinking, buddy.
Like a little bit, like ever so slightly. Like you're like, what the hell?
Can I reach out to grab the what you wear? Leather armor?
I'd say yes. Leather armor is
It isn't that. Okay, Bob. Yeah, go ahead. You can.
Kind of grab his shoulder and grip looks like quicksand. I know it's not sand, but
Yeah, and at that moment, right before Kalesh does say something, you're like, this is like, it's kind of like swamp, some kind of like bogland or something. Point is, it's going to be a bit more difficult to traverse. You won't sink completely into it, even if you wait for like an hour or so. But it will, if you stay still, it will sink you for a while.
It's difficult terrain.
And,
Does anybody have something for difficult terrain? I know Sierra does.
Can I cast Lesser Restoration on the ground? I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that. I don't know of anything.
Okay.
Except good boots.
Okay, well then, single file behind me. This is going to get a little silly. So what I'm going to do is they're going to get behind me, and I'm going to ride, carefully through the muck. As I'm going, I'm pointing Margot ahead of me, and I am spraying a small path ahead of us using Ray of Frost to firm up the ground a little bit as we walk.
Ha!
Fair enough.
My
Is
knowledge
that
of Virginia to know that this shit freezes at least short term.
Yeah. Is this the spell?
Yeah,
or...
this is the cantrip.
Oh yeah, the cantrip. Okay, so you're able to do it every once in a while to make it a little easier.
So I figure if I spray it in front of us, it might last like maybe a minute. At which point, that's enough for the person behind me to have decent, terrain. And if we're single file, everybody should get across before it fully melts. I need to move my mini now.
However, you can all as you step there, with people following behind you, and Juke as well. As soon as you
keep an eye out on Juke, by the way, just so he doesn't get in trouble.
And actually, speaking of Juke, I don't have one for him. Okay. Meh. He's kind of slogging in it with you all, trying to keep on the ice that he does make. And at that...
He trips and grabs my tail to keep from falling.
Yeah. No. Correct. And that... Len? Reflex save, please.
Aha!
Something I'm good at!
Would that be me or the Chocobo?
Are you riding the chocobo?
Yeah.
I think I'm the only one with an actual Chocobo pog, though.
Well, I didn't think I needed it if I was sitting on it. That just felt redundant.
Yeah, because you're the only one that makes it a combat person.
Hey, this giant chicken has saved my life.
So I'm assuming it's the Chocobo?
Yes, at that point, yeah.
In the box, please. Much better.
Okay, that's fine. Alright, yeah, that's enough. Let me double check.
Chocobos have a +6 reflex save.
Nice. So yes, as you're focusing on the writing, your chocobo knows something. It's like, "Rah!" and immediately leaps forward like 5 feet, as you felt it for a moment that you were sinking quicker than you were, even though you were on ice.
On ice.
Okay, watch out for that one.
Do we need to get a reflex save too? Yes?
Well, you see me jumping and pointing it out, so I don't think you'd,
No.
And actually,
I don't know, could
That
be the
breaks
start
it.
of a great collapse.
that breaks his stealth.
I stepped on somebody.
Ugh,
Yes,
what was
you
that?
did.
You, kind of looking behind you, you see the area that was right beneath you turn, like all the ice just flows straight down into it. So you're about here, or we're just 5 feet away from that area, essentially, wherever you want to go.
Ford's probably where he probably would have trained it.
But yeah. As you look back, you kind of see magical energy coming from down below towards a strange creature in pelt furs and necklaces and a very and a wolf hood over its head. I think
Our druid has gone mute.
Can I identify the species by scent? Race, sorry.
You mean by race?
He wants to identify the race by sniffing.
Yes. Can I do such a thing? Because I
I'm
think
trying to figure
humans
this.
smell different from elves, smell different from orcs, etc.
Yeah, elves smell like assholes, dwarves smell like alcoholics.
I don't know. Like, it's kind of a far stretch, especially at that distance, but
Well,
I mean, if you were talking to the person, I think you might be able to, but
here,
Well, the first question is, are we upwind or downwind of the person? Because that extends his range.
yeah, this quality allows character to detect approaching enemies, sniff out hidden foes, and track by scent of smell.
yeah, fair enough.
Creatures with the scent ability can identify familiar odors just as humans do familiar sights.
Okay, does it say how far? Just curious.
The creature can detect opponents within 30 feet by smell. If it's upwind, it's 60 feet. If downwind, it drops to 15.
Yeah, and he's below you. That's like just nearly out of your range. However, you do all see him. Na, 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 na.
Boy, I'm walking here!
I'm from the northern part of the Underdark.
The creature's face is a pale green with some scars and very long knifed ears.
You didn't realize the Underdark were Jersey?
Ooh. Does that seem orcish to anyone?
Sounds very
It
similar.
does.
Like these ears are pointier than Lynn's from what you've seen. Actually, it's pointier than Juke's. These are like almost arrows.
I will look at everyone and say, hold on.
Big or small? Creature.
Medium. About your height. Actually, let me double
That's what I
check.
mean. It's like about our height, or like closer to like a dwarf or a halfling.
It's like,
A little smaller than a humanoid. A little smaller than an average human, but just by a little.
okay.
And actually, one of the last things I forgot, very beady red eyes.
That sounds more like a goblinoid. I will try calling out in goblin, because I know that.
Hey! You may do. What you gonna say?
Say, hey, what gives? We don't mean you any harm. Just passing through. Don't start nothing, there won't be nothing.
At first, it reels back a little bit at your knowledge of Goblin. but then reasserts itself, going forward a little bit. You too, Minasan. Whether you know it or not, and I cannot, but you know.
Okay, I wasn't aware walking through an area dealt you harm. Is there, is there a limited amount of air in this, X by X, area?
Air, you mean? What?
Is there a limited amount of air in this X?
Oh, you mean
X feet by X feet area?
Does you want to know about a box?
He actually climbs up. He's like, "Well, if somebody would please," and at that point, all of you hear several twangs. It's probably easier if I just do it this way, because there
After
are.
the twangs, he just kind of leans back towards the rest of the group. Turns his head back. He's like, "We're on their lawn, and they don't like it."
Who?
They call this Mayland. Little in joke for the Richmond people.
Okay, so
They call us Homeview.
Oh, fuck you. Fuck all the goblins in this area. And you know what? They're shooting too.
Yep. Trespass and we'll shoot.
Oh man, that's gonna suck for him.
Oh my god, they all shot the drow.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna feel bad for the drow.
They're gonna shoot the drow. Then they're gonna shoot me.
Okay. So, for
I mean, I suppose it could be worse if we on,
for all of this.
Stand on and fly. And I throw rotten pumpkins at us and explode for some reason.
Did I say his one? Just barely doesn't confirm. That's still gonna hurt though. Four. Yeah, that's probably 4, so that's 1. Okay, so Juke gets hit by an arrow. Let's see, for Kiyome, I need to check.
Can't be flat-footed.
Oh, I
Can't
know.
lose dags.
Oh, I know.
I'm so glad for that.
I can. No.
I am very curious. I've always thought about it's like, why do Scalds get an evasion? That's kind of like curious to me. I'm like,
It's not evasion. I get uncanny dodge. You can throw AoEs at me and they'll still fuck me up.
Yeah. It's from how many years of dodging flying tomatoes.
I can live with that. Okay, so okay, does not do that, but I believe a 29 will hit you, even your flat foot.
Even without being flat-footed, it will still hit me by 7.
Yep. Please take 9 damage. You add your armor.
If I recall, the armor I have is 5. If I recall the math.
5 off.
Yeah. Oh boy, I took 4 damage. Ugh. I'm mad now.
And for Lynn, it was.
And they have attacked, so they've broken stealth.
Yep. I shall be doing that. Just trying to resolve things first. And for Len, does 26 hit you?
Ooh, that sounds close.
That's close. Missed by 1.
Okay. So
Is that leading
So-
back to talk to the party? He just whizzes by.
Like, you're actually a tiny bit taken aback, like, whoa, okay.
That
Like,
was
you were expecting
closer
it,
than
but it's like,
normally.
I was like, oh, that was closer than normal. So yeah, as you see more of those shaggy-looking things in various pelts and things wielding bows. And the one back here finally says, "Finally, thank you! Kill them!"
Oh, wait, really? I wasn't a target?
They didn't have enough archers.
You're lucky.
He ran out of archers.
Kill them, you smacks! And let's see, they technically have a surprise round, so but it's only going to be movements for the rest of them, as more people more of these things pop down from onto the ground. And you hear just what you figure is war cries. You're not entirely sure.
I speak the language.
Well, yeah, these are. Yeah, you speak the language. These are more just sheer screams of. And since you do speak Goblin, I guess knowledge nature, I think, to identify them. For those that wish to do it, because you do see them.
I don't have knowledge nature, so I can't do that.
I don't have knowledge nature specifically.
I do.
Roll it.
I have knowledge
I have
everything.
all the knowledges.
But let's see. Let me double check because I do actually have a rank in nature, so it's not my normal just bullshittery one. Let's see. That's going to be a plus 9, 16 plus 9, 24.
That's enough. You've seen them on travels with Santar enough. Them be hobgoblins.
Eh,
Hobgoblins.
yeah,
Oh boy.
Says multiples of them hop down into the zone essentially with you all. And this one moves closer. Alright, and roll initiatives, please.
You want to bring up the initiative box with key it in?
Yep. It is up.
I rolled the best initiative.
And turn.
I rolled the second best initiative I can get ever. I don't think I'll ever re-roll it.
Come on.
Double check my initiative. Oh, my initiative is 2 because I have a -2 from something. That's right. I was thinking it was 4 for a second.
I thought it was awesome for a second.
I know. I did. The best I can ever get with a nat 20 is a 22. It makes me sad.
How's that for everyone? Is that fine or too much? Cool. Alright. So I've got 4 groups.
I might have been drinking too much. That's my excuse for the
Uh-huh.
Initiative.
You spike my drink and you still can't even get me drunk.
These two in front? Or
We can barely hear you.
kind of.
Yeah, the music's actually drowning you out.
Damn. Okay, now. There we go. How's that?
Better.
Yeah, slightly better.
How's that? Is that better?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. See, it's the front are wielding some kind of really nasty-looking sword. More of nasty in the respect that you're a blacksmith. That those are shoddy pieces of work. Those are just, it's almost despicable. So what you gonna do, Len?
I'm confirming some stuff. Okay. I got some rolls. 2-ish hit. There it is. 46. Okay. Mechanically, I get down off my horse, cast spell, and then will move. Descriptively, I am pointing the gun at them and casting as I am moving.
Of course.
So we move here. As I am moving towards them, he raises the gun, fires, hits the guy right in front of him, and then a ray of fire comes out of that guy's back and hits the guy behind him.
Which one is this? Just curious.
I am using my new ability called Range Touch to cast a Range Touch spell in addition to my bullet. It's basically the range version of Spell Strike. And I'm using that to cast Scorching Ray.
Ah, yeah, that'll do it.
So the first guy is going to get the bullet damage and the first ray, and then coming out of his back is the second ray to hit the guy behind him.
Okay.
So in theory, the first guy takes 29, and the second guy takes 17 fire.
Okay. Brown magic is fine.
Yeah, fire damage. That makes sense.
So 29 hit. 29 does hit. So how much damage? So is that combined 29?
The first guy takes 29 because they combine, and then the second guy just takes the 17.
Got it. Okay. So,
And that's a little-
so flames go through both of them. The first one reaches for his chest, sees what you did, and lets out a very, very loud guttural roar. It triggered his rage!
Yeah, getting hit by a burning, cauterizing laser of doom will probably do that.
Alright.
I literally molten ball of lead, considering I cast Scorching Ray through it.
Then, yeah, that'll do it. Anything else you would like to do?
No, I think that about accounts for everything.
Alrighty.
Unless I can do that as a swift. No, I did my swift action, so yeah, I'm good.
Okay, so next, Kiane, you're
My
up.
swift action to buff my damage on my gun.
Since I'm riding the Chocobo the Fairy Cleric, I'll stay comfortable using him as a meat shield. In all seriousness, though, I will actually start singing my proper song of everyone has +2 enchantment to their weapons, as well as the rage powers of Celestial Totem Lesser and No Escape. No Escape lets you immediately move double your normal move speed as an immediate action to chase someone who is withdrawing from you.
Oh.
Ooh, so...
Nice.
you don't like them withdrawing, do you?
They are not allowed to.
Well, good. I don't think these guys are actually going to withdraw. Okay, will that be your turn?
They take trespassing very seriously.
Yes, because that's all I could do.
Alright. Okay. So this one... What do they look like?
For the enchantments, everyone has Electrified Frost. So,
Ooh.
and for me, because I have a keen sword, yeah, I'll do the same thing. Wait, no, I'll give myself defending
Yeah, so you normally give
at +2. That's what I will do. Input the the +2 into defending, so my AC goes up. That is everything. Before I forget about the enchantments.
Plus. Okay. So this one with a very rusty axe charges at the chocobo
at his nearest. Actually, he can't charge, so just moves up. And... Okay, you two. David, Eric, high or low?
Low.
I guess I'm stuck going high.
Okay. Goes for it, and goes for the main rider.
Is this a melee weapon?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
So comes down with his axe and does
Righteous
20
Thunder. Oh!
does 20 hit you?
Yes, it does.
You get that shield out.
It still would have hit me by one.
Mm. So we've gotten you up to 20 with the shield out.
AC 18 and the buckler should only bring up the 19.
You don't have a buckler. You got the. It's a small shield.
Oh, I thought the shield AC was.
I think it's the same though. You're right.
Oh yeah.
The shield AC.
All right. And with that, he's got a great axe. Well, is it a great axe? Apologies, that is not a great axe he has. No, or is it? It's an axe. Battle axe, okay. Yeah. But, okay. Nine damage. Does not penetrate armor. All these weapons, except the spells, will not penetrate armor. Unless they get a magical effect. These are just rusty wooden weapons.
Ugh.
Shunk. This one, 5, 10. This one goes after Juke since he is in the back. Oh, stop tech. Yep. Moved more than 5.
Oh,
Let's see how bad it can get. Okay, so not terrible. So this hobgoblin rushes up the Juke, tries to stab at him with a very poor short sword. He spins around and hits the blade out of its hands. Actually, no, it just seems to just hits it particularly hard, and you actually see for those of you close enough, see the blade actually like chip a little. Okay. Did anyone else go? No more of them. Okay. Archers. For archers. First to Kalesh.
Oh!
That was close.
Oh!
Does 18 hit? Actually, he gets a minus because he's shooting in the penalty, so 16. Does that hit you?
My AC is 18.
He actually has a... let me double check how... wow, it's a -4. Okay, so he's actually got 14 to his roll. That whizzed by you. This one, too. Kiame. 23.
He's also shooting into.
Yep, I counted that. I counted for it. He took a -4.
How
So-
did 20?
They went from a +10 to a +6, and then you rolled an.
Actually, I have 21 normal. I have 22 normally. I added +2 from defending, so no. Defending weapons are amazing.
Okay, so does that hit?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay, so shoot. And these are gonna go into Len. He is also in the melee. Nope.
Oh, I thought it was going to be...
Nope.
Wow.
So flip. So flip.
Call that a target
Calmly
for
dodge.
fortune.
You calmly dodge the arrows that they shoot at you. For those that do get close, they do pretty shoddy jobs.
That first one must have been a fluke.
Sometimes it happens, man.
I think your magic's confusing them.
Well, it should be. I mean, it's incredibly reflective. Oh yeah, by the way, Bra, you might want to check. If you look right into my eyes, you'll see you have some spinach in your teeth.
Okay.
That was,
These dudes. These guys do, however, have two-handed weapons.
Oh, shade.
Yes, but I'm not an elf.
All
I was
right.
going to say, I use it to shave when you sleep. But I don't sleep. Oh, I see there's my problem.
Okay. So, first berserker that is right in front of you rolls. That does not hit. Does he get a second attack at this point? He does. Since he did not move. However, significant deep. Rolling to confirm, I guess.
Yep.
Does 28 hit? Yep. 15 does not confirm.
Yep. No.
So. Okay, so. 6. Two-handing it.
Your War of Regeneration's not up yet, right?
No.
Okay. So I actually have to track this damage.
So 8. So he comes down onto your shoulder for 18 damage.
That actually significantly hurt. That's 14 whole damage.
Ouch.
I'm sorry, 18, so 13 damage.
So chink.
It's like, ah!
15.
So did I just hear pain? I don't normally hear that around here.
I
And
didn't hit around you before.
the other one rushes behind you and tries to take a swing at you. .26.
Missed by 1.
Okay.
But he has flanking bonus, so...
Oh yeah.
+2, so does hit.
Yeah, you did that. Did you add that in? No. Okay.
No, I did not.
Okay, then yeah.
Oh,
Okay, now -14.
And this one catches you in the ribs. For such shoddy weapons, they are doing surprisingly well.
That would be the muscles.
Okay. Juke. Okay, my man. Okay, Juke. Don't muck up. That does not hit.
think
Gets
you'll be able to
attack
pull out a
though.
few more swings.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
And that does not hit either. Juke is not having a good day. Okay, them.
Since we have the same initiative,
Mhm.
are they?
Oh yes, who? I didn't notice that. What's your bonus to initiative?
Oh, not my dex, but my bonus to initiative.
It's the same.
Yeah, what's
Well,
your
for me,
total
it's
bonus
not.
to initiative?
So, okay, you want my initiative bonus specifically?
Yes.
My initiative bonus specifically is modified to a 1.
It is 1. Okay, so they do go first. They have a higher initiative bonus
Okay.
of 3.
Yeah, if it was just purely my
Actually-
dex, it would also be 3.
Actually, they got you by 1. Theirs is 2. But that is it.
Yeah, because I think I know what they're gonna do too.
Gotta check. Is that personal? Living creature touched. Okay. So he's got to make that trick. So 15, 20. Okay, 30. Alright. So he's gonna make his movement. He'll take his whole turn.
Not what I
he-
expected. Okay.
He cast a thing. What's his
I thought he was
bonus?
casting.
Is
That's what I expected.
9. Does he succeed? 15 plus. Yeah, it's 15 plus 15 plus spell level. That is 2 total for. Oh, he got close. Close to failing. But he touches this orc and I'm sorry, hobgoblin. Oof. That's pretty brutal. Hmm. And something that in the hobgoblin's skin seems to appear, kind of crackle for a moment before returning to normal.
Oh no.
This one moves 10 because it wants to do a thing.
Come on, give me the spells. Show me the spells. You're not showing me the spells. Okay. And he moved 15, so he's gonna do that. Okay, that's their turn. Kalesh, your turn.
Okay. Okay. I will first activate this as a swift.
Alright.
Okay, minus off my point for activation. And, can I make a religion check to try to recall or identify on these particular hobgoblins the deity that they follow? Or that they are most likely to follow?
Let me check that.
That's probably knowledge religion.
Yep.
Yeah, it's knowledge religion. I'm just trying to figure out what they have. Yeah, you may go ahead. I'm just trying to... Okay.
Boom! I read all the scripture.
Even the heretical ones.
It's okay if they're wrong.
Okay. You know enough that the so-called goblin hero gods have different names, but are most likely Asmodeus or Lamashtu. Actually, Barghest, Asmodeus, or Lamashtu. But their hero gods are Hadragash, Venklevor, Zarangal, or Zomogut.
Considering I have one of their shamanistic casters relatively close, is there any emblems on there that I would recognize to maybe more narrow it down for these particular...
They don't seem to have any particular ones straight up, not that I can think of.
Okay.
Because not that I can think of. Now for this, I've got to get to my meeting and make it quick, because holy shit, I am half an hour late.
Dun 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 dun.
Okay, well... I believe that religion roll is my action.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else you would like to do? You have a movement left, which can break down to a swift if need be.
No, I've already used my swift by activating the dire magic field.
Well, I mean, you can break down your movement to a swift.
Okay. Draw my Kopesh.
Alright. And that will be it. Okay, next round, roll your initiatives. I shall be back.
I thought we were doing the thing if you didn't have to roll unless you wanted to.
Oh yeah, that's if you want to. I'm sorry.
I do.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I shall catch you all later.
Yep.
See you in a bit.